Hi there, and welcome to Sask Music's Indigenous History Month interview series. My name is LJ Tyson. I'll be your host. I'm joined today by my friend Aurora Wolfe from the Dump Babes. How's it going, Aurora?
Amazing. How are
We were just
you?
talking. We were just talking about Ness a little bit. I think this interview is going to come out after Ness, but I'm so sorry to break the fourth wall for all the viewers out there. But we're quite excited. How's preparation for Ness Creek going for you?
It's going pretty good. It's a little bit chaotic. We're just trying to get the van back in order. We were playing at Salt Shaker last week, so it was like a test run, but it's it's definitely not as intense as like camping in the boreal.
What's your favorite thing about doing these festival gigs?
I really love the opportunity to see other bands. Um, I kind of get in a headspace where I like won't like actively search out new music for a long time. So I feel like these festivals are kind of like the only opportunities that I really get to like be wowed by a bunch of different bands that like are from my community, but for some reason I've never had the opportunity to see before.
I am the exact same way. Like I will play the same song from like 2007 over and over again. And then I just like the new music playlists that are out there, which there's hundreds of new songs to listen to every day. So it is these festivals that kind of give us an excuse and a good reason to go and see what else is going on out there in the in the world, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're part of the band, the Dump Babes. Let's talk about that. Where do you get started with that band?
Um, Actually at Ness Creek, which is very funny. I was playing like a solo tweener set. I think it was in 2018. And then my friends who were there, Derek Ferrier, and Jill Mack, who was a sound tech for the After Hours stage for a really long time. We decided to like start a band together, and then we had one practice, and then my husband joined us, and he started drumming. So kind of like ended up that way. And we recorded our first EP in Jill's basement at the Wood Room. And I haven't actually listened to it in a long time because I felt kind of like cringy about it. And I listened to it and I was like, wow, we're playing all these songs so fast. Like it's like a 6 song EP with that's like 15 minutes long. Like all the songs are just like we're going way too fast in them. It's really intense and really funny. Um, yeah. And then obviously over like the past couple of years, our band has had some like evolution a little bit. It's a pretty fluid body of members. Derek decided to step out after we finished our last album, Uniqueness. And then sadly, of course, our dear friend Jill Mack passed away. So we've had a couple new members. Um, Aaron Zacharias, who plays in Shirley in the Pyramids, Skylar Cafarata from Grimelda, and like a million other bands who kind of joined the lineup. And then Barrett Ross, who mixed and produced our album, is now playing keys for us. And then Dylan Evans just joined as like our like sub in bass player slash like auxiliary percussion. So it's like we're growing in numbers every day, it seems like.
You mentioned Jill, who was such a beloved member of the Saskatchewan music community. Um, when y'all lost Jill, was there ever the discussion of, maybe we don't continue, or, is that something she would have wanted you guys to keep pushing on forward with?
Yeah, so we definitely had that discussion, and I think, well, we definitely thought that Jill would have wanted us to like move forward with it. Um, she passed away right in the middle of us like kind of finalizing our album, so it was like really chaotic and emotional. And it still is, to be honest, but um, it feels right. It feels good. It feels good to like listen to those songs and play those songs that we all kind of wrote together.
Mhm. For sure. Um it's a great album. I mean, it really is. It's the blend of I'm totally like a big fan. Number one, because I like grew up with bands like Garbage and No Doubt. You know what I mean? Like so like y'all's music is like just one of my favorites to see out of the Saskatchewan entertainers. And I mean, also I'm a big fan of the fact that you named your album a Cree word, which I can't say it. So will you please say it?
Yeah, everybody really struggles with it, but it's fine. It's nistam, and it means like I'm a bastard. I mean, its actual like straight meaning is more like lost child or something, but that's kind of like the slang version of it. Um, and I'm mixed. Like my mom's side is from Beardy's Nokomasis, and my dad's like Scottish farmers. So I've always kind of felt like a little bit in between a couple like those worlds. Um, and I thought it just kind of like fit our like kind of trashy band aesthetic a little bit.
Um, Dump Babes, that name, who picked that name and why?
Um, it was my husband's idea, Eric's. He a few years ago was like going to the landfill with some of his friends to like drop off a couch or something. And they were like talking about how they're going to the dump to pick up babes instead of like beach babes. That's kind of how it came out. And originally we like kind of played with that idea and not everybody was on board with it. So our first show we played is Bob Carburetor and the Superfast Pontiacs. But then like none of us could even say the name properly. So we're like, hey, we gotta, that's not gonna work.
No, I like it. It works. It's a great name. I like the imagery that you've created around it with your promotional stuff on social media. It's a fun theme to get to play too. So now that we're kind of talking about the name, the background, I want to jump in a little bit into the future. And if you're not ready to talk about new music or anything like that, just you don't have to answer. But what's next? Are you guys working on a new record?
Yeah, we are. I'm just trying to finish writing it this summer. Um, Skylar, our guitar player, is going out to school. So depending on like, you know, how grants and everything works out, I'm like, I really should probably finish writing it as soon as possible. So that we have the opportunity to release new music by like next spring.
And what's that record going to sound like? A continuation of the sound or something different?
Um, I found this. I really was in the mindset that I wasn't gonna write. I really wanted to write a party album, and then obviously things got like pretty dark there for a while. So it's not really a party album. I wouldn't say. There's definitely gonna be some more fun songs on there, but it's. I think it's a little bit more driving, and yeah, I don't know. It's definitely, I was thinking about this other day. It was like, oh, it's not going to be as cohesive as I thought it was going to be, but I feel like it's going to be like pretty similar to our last album, but um, where it's kind of random.
Right.
Like there's going to be, I don't think the genre is going to be super set, but I think it's definitely going to be a little bit more of like an intense driving album just by the songs that are like kind of finished now.
Right. And I love that. It's variety is the spice of life. I think that's the saying. I don't know if that's true. In your live set, anytime I've seen y'all, you've played a Gwen Stefani cover. What you waiting for? Now, like I said, no doubt Gwen Stefani, that's my favorite. What made you put that song in your set?
Um, yeah, I don't know. I grew up on that album. I remember my little brother being like super obsessed with Gwen Stefani when I was a kid, and I'm pretty picky about the covers we do. I want them either to be like really, really funny and like left field, which is why we cover Mother all the time because it's like literally the funniest song ever and people get super into it. But I really wanted to do a dancey one, and that one seemed really fun, mainly because the vocals are like really crazy and I wanted to have like a challenge. But then every time we performed it, I was like, wow, this is really hard.
Well, it jumps from like your normal range to like a high, like falsetto. It's just, yeah, no, good for you for being able to pull that off. So, where can people catch you coming up this fall?
Um, this fall we have some pretty exciting stuff going on. I can't really announce any of it yet. But I think we're gonna be leaving the country perhaps. Um, And then for the rest of the summer, we have Nest Creek and we have Gateway, but that might have passed by the time this is released. And I think we're going to probably plan to do a show in early fall, but I've kind of been procrastinating booking that. So
It's all
just
good. Wherever we can see you, we'll take the
keep your eyes
opportunity.
peeled.
So lots of exciting things coming up for you in the Dump Babes. Thank you so much for taking the opportunity for giving me the opportunity to interview you. I really appreciate you taking the time to do that. Where can people find Dump Babes on social media?
You can find us on Instagram, on Facebook, YouTube. I won't let Eric start a Twitter account, so don't look there. A Bandcamp if you want to buy our music. Yeah, I don't know. Just Google Dump Babes and you'll probably find something weird, hopefully related to the band.
Dump Babes music. Awesome. Thank you so much, Aurora. Hopefully talk to you at Ness.
Yeah, thanks so much.